And hello to all my Aries friends, I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free Psychic Tarot reading for November 2022. Now today they've dialed up for you, Aries, a specific spread here. We're going to set it up in the storyline format. However, this is all going to be about finance, the money corner. They want to talk about financial stuff for my great Aries. There's something going on in November that a lot of you is important here that they do not want you to miss, to the point that they're making an entire spread about it. Now in the storyline format, it's a scatter shot across the entire sign of Aries. It allows me to be very accurate because it's like a bunch of mini readings all in one. So we're going to be telling different stories for different Aries in different situations. So there's going to be a story in here that is right for you. They may not all resonate, but I've had people tell me that sometimes multiple stories do resonate with them, and that's okay if it does. But at the end of the day, it's all about finding that one, so we're going to find yours today. Also going to conclude your reading with a runestone and an extra spread too. They want me to do a health scrub for you guys. So this is physical health related stuff, something we're going to go down the body parts 1 through 7, the main areas there, kind of chakra related, and pick out different physical things that they want you to be aware of and maybe to avoid some issues down the road. So a lot to cover today. We're going to get started right now, Aries. I'm going to bring you in right now so you can watch. Those cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save us some time. So I'm going to bring you in right here. Here we go. Because I like to share my table with you and show you guys what I'm doing. And we're on, maybe. There we go. All right, the new setup is a little bit giving me different angles here, so got to get used to it a little bit. Also have a little overlay here, an extra side table to give me more space. These storylines get quite big. They fill up my table a lot, so that extra space is going to be probably utilized today. So we'll see how chatty they are in the storyline. But first, my ritual cuts. It's what I do on camera every single time, so everything is like fresh, and just like a true reading where you're here with me in person. The ritual cuts, divide it into thirds, put it back together in a different order. It satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. Same procedure for personal private readings. Let's get started with the storyline. The storyline in any format starts with 5 cards. So here are your base 5 cards. Okay, we got 3 inverts, all in view. Very good. Yes. And that's actually going to be my end because we have this person here, which is the 9 of Pentacles, facing inward. So that's going to bracket me off. Now, the important part is going to be facing. So I'm going to do my discards later to see if the singular stories need to be upright or left alone, basically. So here we go with getting this together. This is always a complicated part. Here we have facings going away, so it's going to separate us out this way. I will move the camera around, make sure you guys can see everything fully. That's all going to be at her, so she's going to be a standalone. Or is this one a standalone? No, that's together there. So we're going to actually do it like this. It's going to be, well, hold on. One of these got to connect. Suits. Okay, so I had to break that down to suits because we need at least 3 stories. So this is what they gave us. We're going to be looking at these 3 stories just like this. I'm going to need some extra cards here. First of all, this is a person card. We're not talking about a person, though. So is this one. Also not talking about a person. We'll be using the energy of both of those cards. Another person card, a page up here. This one is a person that they're referring to. Keep in mind, these are all going to be about financial stuff, too. I'm going to do one more card, what that person's doing. Talking about another person, perhaps. Discard that. Yep. So we got 2 people up here doing that. Okay, the stories are ready. I do need an angel card for every single story. That basically just gives us a little bit of extra information about them all. Let's get this one here, this one over here, and finally this one right here. Okay, now it's a matter of making sure it's all in view for you. Since we just had 3 stories, I did not need to go to my secondary table. I got everything over here. Just need to move the camera around at an angle so you can see it. So story 1 is going to be down here, guys. This is the card ending with patience right there. So that's our first story, financial story. Story 2 is going to go up here. Story number 2 up here. And then story number 3 down here. Before I let you go, let me check my inverts real quick because I did promise you that. We did have some buried kind of inverts, but those stayed upright. That's going to be 60%. That'll stay the way it is. This will stay the way it is. This is the only one I need to do a discard on because, let me make sure it's in view still. It is, because we have double blocked or double inverted. I'm going to do a discard, and that's basically going to be left the way it is. That's Spirit's way of saying, hey, we're good the way it is. We do not need that switched. Or we would have asked you to switch it right there. So we're ready to go, guys. Let's get moving. The health scrub takes some time, so we need to get rocking and rolling as fast as we can. Get through this here, guys. All right, so Story number 1, financial Aries. What is going on for money? Let's see what they got for you. Story number 1, we talk about some sting here in the love corner. So this is some financial stuff with the family, with your loved ones. Could be your relationship partner directly, your spouse. This could be even a close friend, but there is some financial sting going on there that is pictured by the page here, but they told me not a person. They want to use the energy, so we're using the pictorial definitions, if you will, the energy definitions. And if you go back to what I just showed you there, that is a wasp nest or a hornet nest, and there is a wasp on there, and they got a pretty good stinger there. So something has stung here financially, excuse me, in the month of November. This may have already occurred. This may be coming later in the month. So I don't want you guys to discount this altogether. Be like, oh, my finances are good right now. No big deal. This is not about me at all. Well, if something comes up later in November and you get a little bit of sting in the finances, something comes unexpected, you got a flat tire that now you got to replace and repair, or whatever it is, just something unexpected happens, and, come back to this story is what I'm saying, because it may be about you after all. Now, there is joy here in the second card I got. It is just on a delay. It is blocked. It is 2 people in this card. It's 2 decks, because this is my bird deck that's storks, great storks, great herons, and they show this inverted. So this is 2 people doing something together on a delay. Again, a very family vibe card, because we have cups yet again, so double cups. So they're talking about love corner stuff. So this is your close group of people is what they're talking about here financially. So it's 2 people doing something with finances together, maybe later, not right now. November is not the time to do it. Maybe December, better time. We'll have to see what December says. I'm only looking at November, so I can really only talk about that. So this is 2 people on a delay. It's basically saying, hey, this is wonderful energy, good idea to do, but just not right now. Maybe later is better. They do show patience, so that just kind of alludes to the whole thing. It kind of tracks it all together, really. It's basically saying, hey, look, in the card specifically, it says this. It says, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So hang in there. Hang in there, especially financially. If you've hit some financial speed bumps and some stings that have just got you, stick with it. You're going to get through there just fine. You just have to be patient. You got to let things play out in front of you. These things are happening for a reason. I know when it happens at the time, it doesn't feel that way. It's like, oh, this sucks. Why does this happen to me? Why does this always happen to me? Why am I the one that always catches all the nails in the road? And I've gone through, a whole bunch of tires in 2022, just giving you a silly example, but that's what it's saying is, hey, be financially patient here. This is going to switch. This is going to turn around. Maybe not now, maybe not in November, but soon. That's story 1, guys. Very good. Let's go into story 2 up here. Story 2, we are talking about 2 people, and they're both on a delay. They're both blocked. So basically, this is 2 people that are not seeing things clearly or not seeing eye to eye. This could be kids. I do got a couple young people coming in here, so this makes me feel like the younger side of things. This could even be you and somebody else. But basically, they're showing here that there is more freedom coming here for these people, these younger people, maybe one of them you, like I said, working together. Again, a very family vibe card, but we have other factors in there too. This could be a work-related thing. This could be all mental. You guys could be figuring stuff out here. This could also be delayed goals that are starting to become realized financially. So very good to see. And my 8 of Swords, the last card that they really gave me to describe, because all they gave me was people before that. So it's like, well, we got a bunch of people, but what are they doing? What's going on? And that's what they showed me here. 8 of Swords inverted. Basically, if it was the other way around, it would mean a little tight, a little restricted here. But here it's inverted, so we are the opposite definition. We are opening up that constraint. The finances are starting to open for these 2 people, this younger group. And, whether it's you and your partner, whether it's you and somebody else. I know we talked about 2 in story 1 as well. So you can see some common threads already going on through these stories. So this is opening up. Freedom is good. Financial freedom is even better. It allows you to, of course, money is not everything, but it allows you to get your main necessities done. And that's what they found in studies scientifically where happiness comes from. Not about money, but if you don't have any money at all, you're not happy. You got to get to that necessity point. Once your main, your bread and butter is covered, you're at a good spot. So that's what they showed. They show that opening up. They do show leadership here too, so it is really the time to step up. This is the time for my Aries. If you're here with me in story number 2, you know who these people are that they're talking about. It's time for both of you to step up. It's time to get this stuff done. guiding others too. So they may be guiding you financially here. You may be helping out somebody else financially here too. Even if it's not with actually money, they didn't show me money being moved directly, but this could be energetic as well. So keep that in mind, that this could be an energetic definition of helping others. Just giving them, helping them learn how to budget. Hey, look, we need to track this out. We need to, balance your checkbook. We need to do these things. We need to make a plan to save money. All that kind of stuff exists there in story 2. Very nice energy overall. We just got those 2 people that are not feeling that way right now. So we need to get them unblocked here. Get them to get their eyes on the prize. If you go back to the overhead view, you can see my page there is pointing at her eyes. So there's something here that they are not seeing, or maybe you are not seeing, that this could be improved, that this could move you into a much better path, much better trajectory if you do that stuff. If you get to that point where that freedom opens up, you're following the direction that other people are helping and guiding you with. Now, before we get into story number 3, I do want to quickly tell you about the brand new stuff. First of all, the website and the shop. We are launching the t-shirt line, t-shirts, sweatshirts, a whole bunch of different varieties, men's, women's, bunch of different color selections. There are 2 main designs that I'm releasing right now, November 1. It's on the website. It's actually through a third party. The rest of my products are all shipped and fulfilled by me directly. The t-shirts are not. That is third party, but all the links, all the information and access to it is on my website, scottsagent.com. You go to the shop page and you'll see the 2 great t-shirt ideas. I'm going to be flipping them here as I talk about them on the screen as well. And they are just, I guess I kind of need to tell you that too, is there's going to be another two great designs that come out next month too. So we got the holidays covered. And this shop, the spiritual shop, is getting bigger. Every single month I add something else to it. And we got a couple great things already there that make great gifts. The Scott Sagent Sage Soap and the Cactus Sage and the Sanctuary Sage, as well as the Sunflower Potpourri and the Sunflower Spritzer. All great products. Check that out on the website right now. Launching a brand new product too. This is an exciting one because this is something I get asked about all the time. I'm doing my messages from heaven in my big spreads, your big spreads, my big readings, I guess I should say, my 30 and my 60-minute product readings. You can ask about anything you want. And I get asked about messages from heaven all the time. People wanting to connect to their loved ones, see how they're doing. Hey, they got anything to tell me, any direction they need to point me in. The messages from heaven finally is available specifically as a mini product, a smaller product just available to you. It is available in an audio that you don't even have to be present for. And it's also available in a video conference. It's available in both, and they're both the same price, and they're both convenient. They're both launching right now on the website. So make sure you check those products out as well. If you have any loved ones, deceased loved ones that you'd like to check in on, or listen, put the phone out and see if they have anything that they want to tell you. So that's the 2 things. Let's get into your story 3, guys. New stuff all the time on the channel. Very, very fun stuff all the time. Story number 3, we are talking about, first and foremost, nurturing the money. This is about saving here in story 3. It is a good time to do that, to nest. Some of you are working on building a family, whether this is children or whether this is pets, or maybe saving up for a house, moving, getting all that stuff. These finances are being accumulated. Good month to do it too. In fact, we don't really show spending here anywhere in any of these stories. So this is much more of an accumulation month for my Aries. Very good to see because, save it for when you need it. And that's the advice for almost all these stories. We do have different moving parts in here too, because in story 3, they show directly that you guys are helping other people here, or this is for a bigger purpose. First of all. Second of all, we're getting close to this crossroad of some form. And it's not just a crossroad, a split where it's like you go left or right. It's not saying that at all. This is like multiple different crossroads here. It's like a cross and a cross and a cross. It's like, well, all of a sudden that just turned into 8 different ways that this can go, 8 different paths that you can kind of fulfill with your family here. So this is saying you're not really aware that there's that many choices here, but there is, and it is coming and it's on its way. So that is what they want the money being saved for. A lot of work stuff can come up there too, because that is a wand, and that is work corner stuff, work, business, enterprise, area of study, collegiate courses, that kind of stuff, learning anything new, all that stuff falls under the financial corner of what you could be saving money for in story 3. They do show a big purchase that comes in. I spoke too soon, I guess, but that is what this saving is for. It starts it ends with a big purchase. So this is money being saved for a big thing. And for some of you, this trigger gets pulled in November. This is going to happen for a lot of you late in the month. It may not be November 1, but it is coming. It is on its way. If you're here with me in story 3, you are getting the green light to spend on this big thing that you have been saving for. It's like when the moment comes, you want to jump when it's hot. You want to get it done. So they're showing, this is a good move to do, and you're getting the green light. You're actually the only story that talked about spending money, but you see what happened there. They started by talking about saving, and then they transitioned it into the big purchase. And that's usually a fun purchase, a nice, enjoyable one, and moving into a nice directory, nice path. Now, they do bring up moon cycles here. That's what lets me know that we are talking about later in November, because late in November is when we have the new moon, and that's when you bring stuff in. Good time for me to talk about the moon cycles too, which I'll do momentarily. But first, they want you to notice how these moon cycles affect you. So the moon cycles are going to be huge for Aries in the month of November. Much more vital, much more relevant than usual. So please pay attention to them and capitalize upon them, because that's what it's all about. And that's why I give you the moon cycle forecast anyway. So the new moon is going to be huge for my Aries. But first, let me tell you about the full moon, because that's what happens first. This is your moon cycle forecast, if you will. I like to do this every single month for you guys, so you know what's coming. The first thing that hits is that full moon that happens on November the 8th. That is the best time to get anything out of your life. I call it the garbage truck of the universe. Get it out, send it to the street. Let the garbage men take it away. This could be people. This could be old projects wrapping up. This could be stuff you got to sell or get rid of. This could even be anything from getting rid of an old job, getting rid of, I think we said people already, getting rid of old stuff in the closet, any kind of stuff that you just got to get rid of. Even bad habits, emotional baggage. Any of that stuff, much better placed early in November. Adversely, we have that new moon energy that's going to be huge for my Aries, not just in story 3, but across the entire sign. That happens on November the 23rd, and that is the best time to bring anything brand new into your life. Manifest it. Bring it in that wasn't there before. This could be anything from brand new love. It doesn't have to be about finances. I know we're talking about finances here, but this could be bringing in new work. This could be bringing in new health. You're starting a new diet or exercise. I would target that later in November. Much better chance of getting it to stick and work for you. Any of this confuses you, I have a graphic illustration. It is free, and it is at my website, scottsagent.com. I have it parked at the bottom of the videos page. That's where you can check that out. That shows you how this energy flows in and out and works very good. While you're at the website, make sure you're signed up for the newsletter program, because my newsletter people just got hooked up again in the month of November. I give my newsletter, great newsletter people, a couple free readings every single year just by being signed up for the newsletter program. So it is a no-brainer. It's at the very bottom of every single page at the website. I only send one newsletter email just for updates every single month. Promo code, save you guys money on readings. And like I said, I give you a couple free things every single year as well. So that's a no-brainer. Also, the Facebook page, I do giveaways on the Facebook page, so follow that also. Now let's get into your rune stone, and then we got the health scrub to do. Big reading for my Aries this month. Give these a quick whirl, even though they've already kind of been shuffled up, but here we go anyway. Dive in there. Here is November for my Aries. Let me show you this guy right here. This is the rune stone of the self. The self. Now, I know we just talked about doing things with other people in 2 of the different stories, but there is also an element here that is individualistic, that you really need to focus on you so that these other people get to benefit from you improving yourself also. So focus on that as well. There's an element there that of something there that is all about you too. So I don't want you to feel like this is completely a combined reading of 2 people or 2 different entities moving together with money or with projects and stuff like that. There is an aspect here that they're saying, hey, you know what? There are some Aries here that they do need to do this alone, and this is all about them. And that's why finding the context of these readings is huge in a general reading, because we have so much Aries bubble energy tuning in and joining us. Of course, you guys are great, but it does muddle the energy a little bit, makes it very hard to be accurate. Spirit does a great job, of course, of organizing this all for us. But if you're looking for personal messages that are private, specific only to you, I do offer a wide variety of services. I already talked about one of them, that Messages from Heaven, the new one, on my website, scottsagent.com. Make sure you guys check that out as well. Let's get into your health scrub. I'm going to reshuffle the deck real quick because we have used enough cards that I like to be thorough, so I will cut away while I do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, Aries, I am back. We're going to ritual cut it one more time. The deck has been reshuffled, and here we go with your health scrub. Now, I'm going to do it top to bottom. At least that's how I pull the cards. I may talk about it in a different order, but here we go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, first thing is first, inverts. Got a lot blocked. Let's see with one invert if we're going to upright them all or not. Spirit says no. Leave it the way it is. We're good to go. Do need some angel cards here as well. Put one there. one here. We are actually going to read this bottom to top. We have more energy toward the top that needs focus. So let's get going right there. We are ready right now. So starting at the very bottom, this is the base. If this was a chakra scrub, we would be talking here about the red root chakra, but this is a health scrub. So here they're talking about something that is like your arms, your legs, base of the spine, pelvic area, hip area, sexual organs, that kind of stuff. They do show that there is it is way too confined here. This actually needs to be more used, more utilized. They show it as being spread out here in my chariot card inverted. So they're saying here, you know, this actually needs to be going in a couple different directions. It needs to be used more, long story short. It needs to be spread out. So this could be in the form of exercise, you know, arms, legs, maybe muscular as well, building up certain muscles. You know, and that's a good point too. Is it just something that popped in my head? You know, when I had a reoccurring shoulder issue, the whole idea of what ended up fixing my shoulder was not the fact of like leaving it alone and staying off it. It was actually building up the muscle around it to make it stronger. So that's something that can come up here. Anyway, long story short, the context is that this needs to be used more. And they say peace. Basically, you know, remember that you got to do what you enjoy to do here. You know, you got to do what you like. You can't do something you don't like. So for example, if you hate walking, you hate running, that's not for you. You know, don't waste your time with it because you're not going to stick with it. That's not what this is about here. So you got to really like what you do. As we move up here, this is more kind of lower stomach area. This can also be kind of some feminine fertility stuff, as well as just lower digestion. This is here the card of physical injury. Some of you here this is going to be very specific, first of all. So you're going to know right off the bat if I'm talking about you or not. If not, then you're good. If you are, they show that this is an injured area that just is going to maybe need time to heal, or maybe you do just need to leave it alone for a while, let things kind of play out. They don't really give me a lot of specifics on that, probably because it is a general reading. And this, I guess, a good time to remind you too that this product is available, personalized. This is part of my mini audio reading, available as a health scrub. If that's something that you want more info on, that is all about you. Next thing they show as we move up, this is upper stomach. This is more kind of upper digestion. This is detoxification organs. They show two people coming in blocked here. So they want two people to be working together here, or two areas of your body to be working together better here. So we can be more purification themed here. This could be a good time to detox or do a little kind of purging diet or something like that. Or maybe even just working with somebody else on this. Maybe two people, you know, hey, we're going to go do keto together. Hey, we're going to go walk together. Whatever it is here. But it feels like it's more, I shouldn't really say walk, because this is more affecting your upper stomach area. So maybe this is sit-ups, crunches. Maybe this is more internal, like I said, purging and getting some detox going on there. Some, you know, lemon and tea and, you know, the apple cider vinegar stuff, all that kind of good stuff. As we move up from there, this is where we get into your bigger themes. The first thing they show here, this is the heart area, and it's coming in karmic and legal to you. This is saying here that there is some physical stuff that is all about what you've done. So you're reaping the rewards or the negative side of it based on how you've kind of treated yourself. So if you've taken, for example, a good cardiovascular health of your body, you know, if you have a strong heart, strong lungs, here you're paying the dividends. They're saying, you know, this has been a priority for you here, and 2 thumbs up, you're good to go. Adversely, the other way around is also true. So if you have neglected this area, or say you're a lifetime smoker or something like that, your heart or your lungs can be affected here. And they're saying, you know, if you have done bad things to it, expect bad results. It's kind of the law of the universe. You know, it comes back. It comes back like a boomerang here. So if this is you, it's not like a bad thing. Like, this is an opportunity. This is a chance to get it turned around here and to prioritize the fact that, hey, you know what? I do need to quit smoking. Oh, you know what? I do need to get my heart healthier, more exercise, more blood flow, something like that. So get organized, get motivated. Spirit is saying here that they're going to help you do that. But you got to do the groundwork. They're not going to do it all for you. Next thing we show, moving up the line here, this is throat area. It can also be dental. They show that there is a lack of authority here. So some of you really need to kind of pull the trigger with some stuff here, or get more authoritative toward getting this area wrapped up. Now, of course, you're going to know if that's about you or if it's about somebody else. In a general, hard to say, but they do want you to go for this. We have spread your wings, so they're saying, hey, the timing is perfect right now. Don't wait for next year. Don't wait for next month. what better time than the month of November to get either some dentistry checked out, or if you got something on your neck, let's say you got a little skin tag or something on your neck, hey, you're worried about it, is that cancerous? Should I get it zapped off? Hey, just go do it now. That's the time. Now's the time. So be more authoritative with this area, with the dental area. Next, we move up to the head in general. And here they're showing that this is completely about your choices. This is free will stuff. It is not about fate. If there's something that is going on with your face at all, whether it's hearing or anything like that, or eyesight, maybe your eyesight's going, or you got cataracts, or who's to say, they're saying here that this is not about fate. This is not what is predestined to you. This is all about like what you make it. This is day-to-day stuff. It's very empowering for your day-to-day choices. So hey, your eyesight's bad, go get glasses. You need a cataract surgery, small surgery, go get it done. If your hearing is going, get a hearing aid. Any other thing in your face that that this could be about for you, that's the advice. That is where they're pushing that. They also say clear your space here. So getting rid of clutter, and it makes me feel like just energetic. There's too much around you. It makes me feel like what they used to say, if you worked at a burger joint or around grease all the time, you'd have bad skin. It's just because there's too much energy of that in one place. So something like that can also apply to your face. Maybe some facial creamers or something like that. Something needs attention that is just too energetically dense, if you will, here. And then as we move to the very tippity top here, this is the top of your head. This is more, this is crown chakra if this was a chakra scrub, but since it's not, in a health scrub, unless they're talking about the top of your head, there's not much to do with that here. So this usually refers to something that is all over you, something like nails, hair, blood cells, nerves, all that kind of stuff, muscles. Here, they're showing that there is a really good perception going on. You guys are looking at this in the right way, the positive side of things. And, it makes me feel like this is important, because if you have an ailment of something that I just described, like let's say you have let's do a silly one that you could resonate with and it makes sense. If your hair's been falling out and you're losing patches of hair and it's just because of your nervous wreck, you've had stressors at work, maybe you lost somebody that you love in your family very closely, something like that, it's okay. And it's okay to, be gentle with yourself here too. And the good perception is going to be huge, because if you look at that in a bad way, like, oh gosh, I'm just a mess and I'm falling apart, you're just going to create more of it. And we don't want to do that. We want to, get you back on track here. And perception is a good way to do that. They show you guys have been doing a good job of it. But when we get good stuff in tarot, we need a continuance of that good stuff. And that is what they're basically pushing here and referring to. So that has been, I know we've been through a lot, guys. That is the entire reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos. Thank you so much. Have a great November. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you soon.